Hey everybody, it's Friday Farm Vlog, and the pond is frozen. I'm so happy these packages came in because I've been waiting for them, and now with this frozen cold weather, they're really needed. I got a Coleman cooler for the goats, and I went with a bigger one to give it a try. I do have a different cooler for the boy goats, and that's working out well, but I needed to get an extra one for the girls. So we'll see how this one works. Unfortunately, my microphone wasn't plugged in for the beginning of this video, so I'm doing a voiceover, so bear with me here. I'm hoping that this package has the other cooler that I ordered, because my chickens are in need of a cooler as well. The main flock has one cooler, but the pullets need a cooler because their regular waterer keeps freezing over and I broke it. So they're using their backup waterer, but it keeps freezing over. So now, look at this cute cooler. This is a Playmate cooler, and it's the same kind that I use for my main flock, and I'm really excited to use it for the pullets. I like these smaller coolers because it's short enough that they can reach the water, but it's not so big that they can actually fall in and get stuck in it. So let's go bring these coolers out to the goats and chickens and see what they think. I went into the house to wash these brand new coolers and fill them up with warm water, and look how dark it got in the meantime. But they are filled up and ready to go. Having warm water in them will help keep them from freezing overnight. Let's go see what the goats and the chickie babies think of these. See the naughty pullets up here? This is what they do. They climb up on the pallets instead of going into the coop at night. I'm tapping on the cooler to let them know that it's something for them to check out. They're pretty interested in it. And it took a few minutes, but then one of them finally took a drink out of it. Oh, another one just took a drink out of it. Yay, so they'll figure it out. Once they start seeing others drinking out of it, they'll learn. But I do always keep the backup water source as an option as well. That way, while they're learning to use it, they have the two options. And that way it makes the transition a little bit easier for them. So there are ice chunks in their regular water. You can hear the chunks of ice inside the main container. So while I like these waterers for warmer weather, they don't work great for freezing cold weather. But this is the one that I broke. The plastic snapped off when it was frozen. I can still use the plastic container, just not the base. Come on girls, time to go in. Let's go. Nice job. There you go, come on. Up. Yay! Look how big she's getting. And look at her comb. They're getting pretty red. They're getting closer to that egg laying time. They're about 23 weeks, so I'm hopeful that we're going to get some eggs soon. Even though it's freezing cold out, I do leave the half door ventilated. There is hardware cloth across there to keep them safe and protected, but I do find that now that they have their full feathered coats, they are warm enough when they're all together inside of their coop, and they seem to prefer the ventilation. It can also be healthier for them to have that ventilation. Also, the wind blows this way, and they have this door here that blocks the wind from them so that they can sleep comfortable inside their coop. Seems to be working for them. I also do the same thing with my other chicken coop. Here's the Playmate cooler I use for my main flock, and it's working out well for them. It's been outside all day, but it didn't freeze over, thankfully. They drank down a good portion of it, but not the whole thing. There was still some water left in there. But it works out pretty good for them for the winter time, especially if I fill it with warm water. That warm water keeps insulated pretty well in the cooler. It's time for me to go count my chickens. It's very rare that all 17 chickens are not in there, but when one does go missing, that's when panic sets in and I'm searching all over the place for them. They also have the hardware cloth half ventilated door there for them. And the wind is blocked by the fence and the building that's right on the side of the coop here. What do you think, girls? You want to check it out? What's this? Do you guys hear that? That sounds like a lot of coyotes out in the woods right now. All right, girls, time to go in. Come on. This is the boys' water bucket. It's a igloo cooler, and that holds 2 gallons. And they drank a gallon today. It still has another gallon in here, and it's not frozen. So bonus, that igloo cooler works pretty good. But I don't like the sound of all those coyotes right outside the fence line, so I'm gonna get Anna and Oaken, my 2 big dogs, out here to do some patrol work inside of our fence so that they can just let those coyotes know, not today. Gotta keep these goats and chickens safe. That new cooler for the girl goats is gonna be so much better than just my regular water bucket. At least for the winter anyways. The coyotes quieted down. I wonder if they heard my voice. Hopefully they just moved on. But I'm letting the dogs out either way. I guess the coyotes are going to take it easy on the dogs tonight because they seem to have calmed down and moved on. Watch, they'll come back at 2 in the morning, and you best believe that these dogs can hear them in the house at night, and they'll let me know. So I send those dogs out all hours of the night if those coyotes come back, and they will bark at that perimeter fence until the coyotes move on out. So they may not be like true livestock guardian dogs in the sense of that they live out with the goats, but they're always listening. And so that gives me some peace of mind in that respect. Oh, and I wanted to tell you that we had a fun and successful craft fair last Friday night, and I'm going to talk all about it on Soaping Sunday, so you should check it out. So thanks for hanging out with me today, and if you haven't started your farm yet, what are you waiting for? Get your farm on.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want a farm? A wicked awesome farm? Watch this channel to learn what to do. We love to farm